becoming the person you always wanted to be is actually very, very simple. You just have to actually follow 2 steps in your life, or let's say 2 rules that guide you through your life. And when you follow these 2 rules that guide you, it is simple. You don't have to do a lot. It is just based on an instant. So you can change your life and become the person that you always wanted to be within an instant. You can become that person right now, right here, today. So I am actually on my way to my lash appointment, and I just had this sudden realization after, I did my morning routine and I, set myself right, did my meditation, and this download just hit me, and it hit me so hard that I decided to just record it right now and share it with you, because that's where you can see my phone, in the glasses. I'm just sitting here waiting for the train, and I want to record this real quick for you. So oftentimes we are concerned with becoming a different version, becoming that girl, becoming this confident person, or this persona that we want to be, or let's say even just losing weight or becoming skinny or whatever it is. And we think about the outside rewards, we think about the results, we think about, in order for me to become this, I need to do this. And that is where I realized today, as I was reading this amazing book, Atomic Habits, during my morning routine, is that actually we always go for the end result, which is not where we are supposed to be heading. And we try to become this version, we try to become this person. Yet, what we fail to do is, now comes the secret, be this person. So if you want to change your life and become a different person, if you want to become this confident girl, this gym girl, or you want to be a business owner, you want to start your own business, you want to be whatever it is you want to become, you always think of the end result, but never do we think of being that person. And we always get into this cycle where we are trying to get there, I need to do this before I can be this. I need to do this before I can have this. Instead of, taking the moment and realizing and deciding that this is who I am. We do not shift the identity. We try to be this person, yet still being that old version of ourselves. And the only thing that you need to change your life, to change in the direction that you want to go, is simply shift your identity. And shifting your identity is as simple as just deciding and then being. You don't need to do anything else but simply deciding. And from that moment on that you decided that you want to become that person, that you want to be that person, you just have to be it. So let's say you decide that you want to be a healthy person, you want to eat healthy, you want to feel healthy, you want to be a healthy girl. So instead of you now thinking of, okay, what must I do to be healthy? Meaning, let's say, I need to throw away all my sweets. I need to stop eating junk food. I need to do this, this, and this. Why don't you sit down and write down or identify, so this persona, this person, this version of myself that is healthy, what does she actually do? What is her true identity? What does she identify with? What are her core beliefs? What are her beliefs about herself? How does she treat herself? How does she carry herself? So you write down a list of all of that. And when you write down that list, when you analyze the identity of the persona, of the person who is healthy, you then come up with ways where to go. Because now you are start being that person and not thinking of what do I have to do. Because if you think of what do I have to do, let's say certain steps of doing, you are staying the old version of yourself with the old beliefs, and you're trying to force up a new version, a new person. But your subconscious mind cannot grasp that, because your subconscious mind just knows this version as it is now with those old beliefs. So what you do is you decide in that very moment, I am a healthy person. And you then, after you identified what this person is, what this persona is, what this identity of this person is, imagine creating a character. Imagine creating a character in a new script. Like if you watch a series, you have, let's say, the main character, let's say New Girl or whatever. She is quirky, she's funny, she's cute, she's whatever it is that she is. And this is how I want you to create that character for yourself as well. Identify what are her beliefs, because to be this person, she must have a certain belief, right? To be this version, she has different beliefs than you are right now, or than you have right now. And then you start with implementing those beliefs. So her belief could be that as a healthy girl, I believe in whole foods. And then you just start with that. You start buying more whole foods. You start buying more foods which are nutritional. As a healthy girl, I believe my body is my temple. Next time you try and go drink a soda, for instance, you ask yourself, well, I believe my body is a temple, because this is who I am. This is who I decided that I am now. If my body is a temple, if my belief that my body is a temple, would I put this into my body? Yes or no? You wouldn't. And that's how you slowly start shifting and changing. You don't need to rush and run to go to the gym. You don't need to rush and run to, get that thing or do this, because you are overdriving yourself. You're overloading. You're not giving your subconscious mind the time to adapt. Because all the way through here, where you are right now, this version that you don't like also took time to create. You did not become this version from today to tomorrow. The version that you are right now and the version that you're not liking right now is still something that took years of creating, months of creating. So why rush into doing something or becoming someone in like a short instance, instead of starting step by step? And by starting step by step, by setting the foundation, is identifying who is that persona. What is her character? Who is she? How does she walk? How does she talk? What does she believe? How does she interact in social situations? How does she go to bed? Like, what time does she even go to bed? Why does she go to bed at this time and not at 11, but she goes at 9? Because, well, she believes that her body needs rest, her body needs sleep. So that's why she goes to bed early. And this is how you take the little footsteps, but those seemingly little steps are actually the big steps that you take, are actually the huge steps that you take towards becoming heard, towards becoming that version, towards becoming the person you really want to become. And I used to do this mistake myself. I used to always jump from 0 to 100, thought I had to change everything in my life, shift the way I was living, and some things just never stuck, because I did not realize that old version of myself could not comprehend. And your subconscious mind took time to create that version. Your subconscious mind wants to keep that version because somehow you wanted to become this version. This is who we are. We cannot throw off who we are. We cannot just give up on who we are all of a sudden. And that's what it's going to do, the same thing. Once you start adapting those habits of being that version of being a healthy girl, it's not going to throw you off. And that's what it does. So it's a double-edged sword. It is to your benefit, but if it's a bad habit that you don't like, as I was saying, it is a double-edged sword. So that means it can be a benefit to that what you want to attain, but at the same time it can be on the way for you if you want to change your life and become this new version of yourself. And the second thing that I want to share is that in the process of you becoming the version that you want to be, becoming the best version of yourself, you becoming this healthy girl, you becoming this fit girl, always keep in mind, always remember that everything that you desire is meant for you. Always live by this mantra that the universe works for your highest and greatest good. The universe always works for you. By keeping by this mantra, you are giving yourself that boost in times when it doesn't seem as easy. And you don't always need to be hard on yourself. It doesn't need to happen 0 to 100 from today to tomorrow, because what matters is what you do 80% of the time, not what you do 20%. And so if you slip once out of 100% of the time, if you slip 20 times but you do it 80 times, you choose the nutritious food 80 times and 20 times you fall for the junk food, who cares about it? It's not going to throw you off track. You are going to get back into that version of yourself because you are doing it 80% of the time. And life is all about balance. So try to maintain that balance. So sometimes we go into that old version and it's fine, but what is important is that we get back out of that old version that we don't want to be and to the version that we want to be, to the version and that identity that we decided that we are from this moment on. So always remember, don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself kindness, compassion, and grace. If you do it 80% of the time, you are fine, because it's the bigger majority of what you do, and that is who you are. We can slip sometimes. We have those moments sometimes where we just fall back into that old pattern, but it's okay as long as it doesn't become the new habit, as long as it doesn't become the 80%. Let me know in the comments down below, what version are you wanting to be? What is your character? What identity are you going to embody in this next chapter of your life? And I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to share it with as many people as you know, because the energy you give out is the energy you get back in. And I'm gonna say thank you so much and see you next time.